Okay, today we're doing a video review of Transformers Prime, Cyberverse, Ultra Magnus. That's right, I said Transformers Prime. That's interesting because we've seen Cyberverse figures that have been new in the new package, as my air quotes, new, but it doesn't say Prime. So this toy is part of the Transformers Prime universe, which tells us that hopefully we'll be seeing Ultra Magnus soon on television, which would be great. What a great character. On the box you can see other Prime cast and members. Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, there's Ratchet. Going through the whole box, easy, number 1 level, which means I could probably do this. It's a new mold also, and so that's very cool. You see a picture here of his vehicle mode. Battle hammer included. Yeah, there's a battle hammer. We'll get to that. Technical data. Here's the technical data. Let's see if I can clear up the camera. So Ultra Magnus's strength is a 10. It's pretty strong. Intelligence an 8, Speed 5, Endurance 9, Rank 9, Courage 10, Fire Blast 9, and Skill 6. So even on Transformers Prime, he's not quite the leader. It always bugged me. Why did Rodimus? This guy should have been ahead of Rodimus. But anyway, on the back here, we'll go ahead and read some of this. Ultra Magnus Heavy Munitions. This guy's going to pack a punch, and I love that. As the commander of the most elite Autobot Special Forces unit ever assembled, you'd expect Ultra Magnus to be just about one of the most unstoppable warriors this side of the galactic core. You'd be right. I love that. Battle Hammer included, shows you his truck mode, his robot mode, and miscellaneous hub and Transformers advertising. Anyway, enough talk about that. This is Ultra Magnus in packaging, and with the magic of video editing, here is Ultra Magnus opened up and ready to show you. Bam! Okay, magic over. So this is Ultra Magnus in his vehicle mode. Okay, it's all right. It's got some problems. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Looks pretty good. I don't know why my voice went that high just now. Looks pretty good up close, I suppose, color-wise. The traditional Ultra Magnus colors. He's got the blue and the red and a nice silver paint on the side. Now, here's where this thing comes into play. Let's take this goofy weapon off here for a minute. Here's where problems come in with Ultra Magnus, the figure. What's that? What is that? It's his whole... I mean, come on. It's like a robot... it's like a truck walker. I mean, that's kind of silly. There's his waist and his legs and his feet, with the truck top sitting on top of him. From the side, kind of cool. From the front, kind of cool. But you start getting back here, and come on, guys. I think this could have been done a little bit better. Transformation is also very, very easy, almost too easy. And I know that for small kids that's fine. There's nothing wrong with too easy for kids. But I honestly think they're going to get bored with this one pretty quick as far as transformation is concerned. And on top of that, his joints are very, very loose. And not only are they loose, they come off very easily. So, yeah, there's that. Let's go ahead and transform him. To transform this guy, you literally just take his arms, which are up here, and you split them apart. And you see that one of them already popped off. So let's stick that back on and bring his... Okay, another one popped off. That's my point. This is horrible. Okay, so these are back on. Now, you take the truck parts here, and you fold them down. Okay? So you've basically revealed this guy almost in his entirety right there. What you want to do next is spin his waist around a la Deluxe Starscream. Okay, there's no real snap or anything, but it holds together pretty firm. Split the legs, bend his feet, and last but not least, reveal the head. Oh, hello there, Ultra Magnus. And there you have Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. Okay, so he looks kind of cool. I mean, you know, he's a pretty decent looking robot. But, you know, again, I just wish that these joints would stay on a little bit better. The arms are a little bit loose. You know, they'll kind of flop around, especially when he holds his weapon. You know, the leg, maybe it's just my figure, I don't know. But I feel like they could have put this guy together maybe a little bit better. Taking a look at him up close, I'll tell you what, I do like his head sculpt. That is kind of cool. And I can see something like that being on Transformers Prime. It fits in that world very well. Going around him, you know, he's got his Autobot symbol right there in the middle. Painted on, looks cool. I don't know if you can see it or not in this camera. By the way, I'm working on my lighting, so bear with me, and in a week or two I'll have better lighting from these videos. But going around, you know, typical kind of Cyberverse vehicle. I would say you get what you pay for, but these things are kind of expensive. So anyway, again, Ultra Magnus, kind of a cool looking robot. I'm not really digging his truck mode, but as a robot, pretty good. Now, his weapon. This thing is a little bit neat. So he can hold it like a giant axe. This is a guy you don't want to make angry. Anyone holding an axe you don't want to make angry, because he will chop you. He'll chop! Chop, chop, chop. But, you know, it's kind of cool. It's kind of a neat weapon. Now, get out of there. Also, this thing, air quotes, transforms into a gigantic blaster. And he can hold this thing right here, and he will shoot a hole in you with this thing. Let's raise that up a bit. Yeah, he will blast a hole right through you. 3D. No, not 3D. But, you know, it's kind of a cool blaster. Also acts as a cane when Ultra Magnus gets a bit older. Oh, when I was a kid, we didn't have canes. We used to walk to school. So that's Ultra Magnus with Old Man Cane mode. Also, you know, there's a couple of neat places and things you can do with this weapon. You can also plug it into the side of his arm, but again, you have that loose joint issue, so unless I nail polish or super glue the arm, he's not going to be doing a whole lot of aiming with that. There is also weapon storage on his back. You could also plug it in here, by the way, but why the heck would you? You can put it in the back. There's a little blue peg right there, which, you know, is the translucent blue that you see in a lot of these Cyberverse Commander figures for the light-up gimmick with the larger playset ships and such. But you can peg this thing on his back, and come on. I know you go back here because I did that earlier. Alright, so you can plug his weapon on his back, and, you know, I don't know how this is coming across on camera, but it's not as ridiculous as it might seem. It's kind of got that old kind of Transformer tank look about him, with that coming out of his back. So, kind of cool there. So there's a lot of things you can do with the weapon. There's a lot of posability with Ultra Magnus, which is good in a Cyberverse figure. Again, you've got this very, very loose ball joint in his arms. You have a ball joint in his elbow. Of course, like all Cyberverse figures, there's no wrist articulation. Disappointing, there's no head articulation. It doesn't do anything. You can't look right or left. You can only flip it down during transformation. Knees. He's got a hinge in his knees. Nice. So, you know, you could probably get some pretty neat poses out of this guy. But that is Ultra Magnus. So, not a bad robot. You know, is it worth the, I think, up near $10? You know, I don't know. There's a Voyager version of this guy coming out. If you have to have an Ultra Magnus today, then by all means, pick this guy up. If you don't have to have him today, then just wait a bit, and you're going to get this huge, awesome Voyager edition, and hopefully that'll be very cool. Size comparison, here he is next to Ratchet Botshot. And here he is next to Deluxe Class Ratchet. And here he is next to Pepe the Prawn. What are you guys doing, okay? I am not a shrimp. Okay, that's silly. Anyway, so that is my review of Cyberverse Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, E4iNet, on YouTube. You can find us and links on the YouTube page to our Facebook and Twitter account. We really hope you've been enjoying these reviews. This is review number 4, I believe, so still brand spanking new. And I'll tell you what, I really appreciate some of the comments I've gotten. Keep them coming in. We appreciate it. We're slowly building this channel, and your support means everything to me. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And that's it. So thanks for watching. We'll be back again soon. Oh, yes, we will be back again soon, okay? I'm Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus. Oh, why don't we just call you Magnus? That's cool. Magnus. What's he trying to say? Magnus. No Ultra. Just Magnus. Oh. Okay.